Hey YouTube, Lightning 2288 here with another Comic Haul video. First off, I would like to thank everybody on YouTube, the community. I just recently hit 300 subs. I believe I'm at 313 now, so just a huge shout out to everybody. Thanks for the support and the welcoming. I'm really flattered. I never thought that I would even have got 100 subs. So once again, thank you to everybody. And I'm going to make a contest video, but this video I'm about to make is going to be a little different from my previous ones that you guys are used to. This is going to be a Craigslist haul. Basically, think of it as a part 2 to Omega Shin's recent video. We both hit up a Craigslist ad, and we came up with some really good books. But before we get started, I would like to also shout out VinCrew 12,000, aka Mike. I had a talk with him about 3 weeks ago over the phone, just talk about comics, how we collect and everything, and he kind of gave me the idea, and I've gone on Craigslist before, but he kind of gave me the idea of put an ad, in a Craigslist saying, you're willing to buy collections or looking to buy collections, and that's what I did, and I actually got a hit. I got an email from a guy, and he said he had like 3,000 to 4,000 books, and the good sign was when I was talking to him, I could hear his mother yelling in the background. I don't give a shit how much the books are worth or whatever. I just want to get rid of all of them. So that was my cue, and I hit up James, and I was like, we need to hit this place up. So let's get started. This will be basically a Craigslist haul. And I know James mentioned it in his video. We basically got everything. We got between 500 to 600 books for about 200 bucks. So I don't know, I'm not good at math, but, it's pretty damn cheap. So, be patient. These first few, pay 10 books ain't that big of a deal, but, I'm definitely not on a, leave them there. And it was kind of weird, and I remember driving up to the place, and I know James mentioned it, that it was like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and stuff like that, but it was more like, if you guys ever watched The Hills Have Eyes, or Deliverance for the older crowd out there, that's what it reminded me of. Real cool people, don't get me wrong, really cool people, but they were just out there. And when we drove up, there was probably there was three guys there. One was the owner, his name was Mike, and then there was the grandfather that was lit, drunk off his ass, and his name was Mike, and then the stepson was Mike. So yeah, and I think the mother's name was Michelle. So I don't know, whatever. But anyways, as we were driving up, we get there, we pull up into their driveway, and he's like, just don't drive on my dirt. Don't got a yard, but just dirt. But we're not allowed to drive on the dirt. So whatever. He got the book, so we're gonna listen. But we get there, and there's a broken down station wagon in the front. They open the back it's a hatchback type thing, and they open up the back, and there's books. Probably about 300, 400 books. And we found a few good keys in there, but nothing that big of a deal. A lot of these flash books I found at the beginning, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna leave these, and we were probably getting 30 cents a book, maybe a little bit more, but I think 30 to 40 cents is probably a fair estimate. But after we got done through the stuff in the station wagon, we were like, is there anything else? He's like, yeah, I got quite a few books. So he tells his stepson to go into the back, and he comes out with a wheelbarrow full of books. I'm talking, it was probably between 3,000 to 4,000 comic books. So we were there probably 4 hours, and I'll kind of give you, as I'm going through these books, I'll kind of give you a visual of what was going on. Like, if you guys ever try to do this, what you can expect from it. You can get major stuff at the same time, but you're gonna meet probably some weird ass people. So anyways, this is Flash 284, and these are no big deal. Flash 283, and like I said, none of these books were bagged or boarded, and the funny thing is, a lot of them are actually good shape. And the keys we did find, and I'm going to tell you right now, let me just tell you off the bat the keys that I'm not going to show, and we already sold a few of them. We found a New Mutants 98. We already sold that. I sold that within 10 minutes of putting it on eBay. I just sold Wolverine #1 from his limited series. And we sold the Death in the Family lot that we picked up. And we're probably on the start pub. We did find First Rogue that's still on eBay. And I'm trying to think what else I have on there right now. We haven't posted everything yet, but let's get back to the books. And this is Flash 282. I mean, real cool people, but just out there. I mean, the oldest grandfather or the oldest Mike or brothers, whatever he was, it was weird because he was totally like talking to me. Like James had free reign, it seemed like, to go through every box, but these guys just wanted to talk to me for some reason. And it was weird because as James was going through some of these boxes, this dude runs into the house and comes back with it's hard to explain. It's like a wristband, or it was like a Wonder Woman bracelet. I don't know what it was, but it had a knife in it, and he pulls it out and he says, "This is what I got my wife for, our wedding anniversary, and I'll show you how to kill a woman if she gets out of line." I mean, he's telling me how to kill people and stuff, and then he's explaining how he was a sniper in World War II or whatever, and but it was just, like I said, this is the type of stuff where you're probably going to have to go through when you go to Craigslist. But let me get back to the books for right now. And, it slowly started, as we're going through the wheelbarrow, we're picking up some decent stuff. And like I said, some of these DC books I'm not as familiar with, and luckily James was there. I think this is the first full appearance of Brother Blood, Teen Titans number 22. And as you can see, it's really good shape, actually. A little blunting on the corner down there, but other than that, like I said, no big deal, though. And Excalibur. Well, this is the first appearance of Excalibur, and that's another book. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I could really care less, but like I said, I'm not passing up, first appearances. And hell, you never know. Excalibur might get their own movie. But as I'm finding these, the World War II vet, which he's full of shit because he's not old enough to be in World War II. He was like 60, 65 or something. I don't know, whatever. But he goes running into the house, and he comes out with a spear. It's I don't know, it's the spear itself is wood, but it's taped onto I think it's like a bath rod or, a shower curtain rod. And he's telling me how to stab people, and this is how you would do it. And then he hands me the spear. And as this is going on, James just has free reign to go through every box while I'm having to entertain these people. So he had it kind of easy. So the dude hands me the spear, and he says, "Dude, you need to stand. I want you to stand and pose like a Spartan warrior." So now I'm getting kind of creeped out, but I do it for the books. So I had to take one for the team. So James, you owe me one. But let's get back to the rest of the books. And then it starts getting a little bit better. Found these first appearance Crossbones, so real happy to have it. I mean, these are really nice, and like I said, none of these were bagged and boarded. And the weird thing is, a lot of the keys we found were in great shape, and he had, honestly, I would say 40% of his collection was probably water damaged, and we did leave a significant amount of key issues there. And I'm going to tell you the ones we did. We did find X Factor 5 and 6, X Factor 24 we left, Wolverine #1 from his ongoing series, some more Chris Claremont, John Byrne X-Men runs. I know it hurt James when he saw them because he needed a lot of those, but they were just too beat up, not even worth taking. I picked up this as well, and like I said, I think everybody on YouTube had it but me, but I'm glad I have it now. First appearance of Amanda Waller. So, we're still going through the boxes, and it's just, it's a good experience. But like I said, guys, I hope this video helped. Maybe you guys could try this yourselves and, hit a gold mine. The reason I want to do this is I just love comic books, and I'm just tired of spending the money for it. And I think this is the best avenue to get key issues, and I'm going to give you signs of what you need to look for. And I know we all care about the grade, the high grade, whatnot, but the key to doing this Craigslist thing is you need to find, when you see these boxes, like I got a guy that I'm going to meet in 2 weeks. He sent me pics of what he has. He has 5,000 books. The boxes are not like this. They're brown. They've been sitting there. his books are not boarded. That's what you want to look for. These are the people that don't know what they have. And that's the way. If you go to a guy's collection and he has his stuff in top loaders, Mylar, whatever, you ain't getting the deal because he knows just as much as what you know. So these guys just had no clue. And, you know, should I feel bad? My wife was even asking me, do you feel? I said no, because in my opinion, I think you should know what you have. But let me see. Then I started picking up these Crises. Crisis number 1. I'll just kind of run through these. Crisis number 2, and these are all very fine copies. And Crisis number 12. No big deal, you know. I mean, regardless, I mean, you could probably get these for like $3 to $5 each, anyways. And then, you know, and I picked these up because I just love the older books, and it's weird with comics. When I was looking at how these books were stored, and I don't even think I mentioned how they were stored. Okay, they didn't have them in a house. They didn't have them in a shed. They couldn't fit them in the house because I think they're hoarders, because they kept on trying to sell us like World War II memorabilia, and I don't know nothing about that, but they kept all these books in a wheelbarrow in their backyard in a tent. Don't ask me how a lot of these books survived and how we got them in the grades we did, but thank God, you know, thank God we're giving them a better home. But this is Lois Lane number 103. No big deal. But real happy to get this one. This is Lois Lane number 105, first appearance of Rose and the Thorn. So, you know, plus it was on the sites I used to go, most controversial, you know, covers. This was actually on there. As you can see, this is probably one of the beat up copies, and they had the older books they had were in a freezer bag, you know, where you put meat and whatever. They had them in like a freezer Ziploc bag. So, but, you know, I'm definitely not leaving those. And this is another one, Adventure Comics, you know, no key to it, or I don't even know, maybe, but Adventure Comics $3.99. Like the cover though, but definitely I'm not leaving those books. Then we'll start getting into the keys here. This is a Marvel Team Up 95, first appearance of Mockingbird. You know, no big deal, but, you know, supposedly she's going to be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so if you guys see it in the wild, just definitely pick it up. And I don't even know the key to this. I just remember seeing it in someone's video. I believe it was KKN Comics. This is where Stain takes over Stark International. So I saw it there. I said, oh, hell, you know, 30 cents, why not? Don't worry, guys. It gets better. And honestly, guys, I had a hard day where I didn't even research this. I know James told me these are key issues. I picked them up, but I just haven't had time with work and the kids. So this is Tales of the Green Lantern Corps 2 and 3. You guys probably know more than I would. Picked them up anyways. You know, 30 cents each, why not? And this is where it starts getting a little bit better, guys. And this is when we were going through their Green Lantern. We started seeing Neil Adams' Green Lanterns, dude. We just started freaking out. I was like, man, if they have a Green Lantern 76 here, I'm going to freak out. But nah, we didn't get that lucky. But this is a Green Lantern number 81. But definitely, you know, a cool book to have. Anything Neil Adams, and especially anything for 30 cents, man, you can't pass up. And it's weird because I remember prior to us going to meet these people, I was telling James, I was like, dude, you have to have a good poker face. He's like, dude, I will. I said, no, I know how you get, man. You start twitching and shit when you when you find a key and you start, you know, salivating at the mouth. I'll be all right, man. And, you know, it's funny, when we're there searching through the books, you know, the old man, or, you know, the World War II vet, whatever, he starts calling me out, dude. He's like, look at this guy. He ain't got a good poker face. And he's just talking shit. I'm like, man, he's going to screw up our deal. And the whole time, I see James with a little smart-ass smirk, you know, like, and I know what he's thinking, like, all that time you're telling me not to, I have a bad poker face, and this dude just called me out. So the whole time, like the whole 2-3 hours we're there, he's saying I have a bad poker face. So just imagine that. And not only that, we're a lot different, and, you know, we're different on camera than we are in real. Like, James, we could be smartasses. And the son there was telling James, like, yeah, man, I got hundreds of guns. I'm going to prepare. There's, you know, he's like one of those doomsday preparers. I mean, they have bunkers and shit. And, of course, James had to be a smart. He's like, oh, what you planning for the zombie apocalypse? And the whole time I'm sitting there, dude, do not piss these guys off. We're finding keys. So I kind of had to nudge them, you know. So, anyways. Oh, and I don't even think I mentioned. Did I mention that the grandfather came out with a butcher knife and was telling me how to kill women that cheat on him? I don't know. It's like I said, guys, really weird experience. Like I said, I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up with, if you guys do Craigslist, you might run into something like this, but make sure you take a friend just in case. It might be a hostile situation or so just definitely, you know, it was worth it. You know, it was a great experience. We'll probably never forget it. But let's get back to the books. This is Wolverine number 8, which I always wanted. I just love this cover, and I think because of the cover alone, it's probably like a $10-15 book. You know, nothing too big, but look at the condition. Really nice. You know, for being in a wheelbarrow, in a tent, in the rain, whatever, no water damage whatsoever. Real nice cover. Real happy to have it. So, Wolverine number 8. And this is where it starts getting a little bit better. This is where I started actually salivating at the mouth. This is a War Machine 282, or Iron Man 282, first appearance of War Machine, which I know this book is kind of skyrocket. It's not extreme, but you know, I've seen it for $20-30, but you know, 30 cents, pff, hell yeah. And you get to see a real nice copy. And the funny thing is, this one was actually, it was in a motor oil box, and it wasn't in with the books. It was just laying on top. So don't ask me how it stayed in such good condition in a tent. And this one actually took some damage. I mean, it's yellowing. Other than that, this is Thor 337, first Beta Ray Bill. You can see the yellowing on it, but like I said, I'm not leaving it there. Any key is a key. You know, I feel bad for him, and that's weird. I was actually feeling bad for the books. I wish I could have took them all home, but you know. And the funny thing is, honestly, for the $200 we spent, I think we could have probably got more for cheaper. I just think it was our first time doing it, and we just kind of jumped the gun on certain things. But honestly, we left a lot of books behind. We left a Hulk Bronze Age run, which I think I'm going to go back and get, and we're going to use that for, you know, to sell or whatever, trade bait, and just keep building our account up. And that's another thing, that we've sold a few books already. And I think with the keys that we did find that we're selling, we're probably going to make between $500 to $600, and we're going to start using that to go hunting with these Craigslist people. And I do got a guy I'm meeting in a couple of weeks with James. He's in another city, but he got, you know, upwards of 5,000 comic books. So hopefully we could come up again and make some money. And you know, my goal is, I can't do this for a living, but if I can make money on the side doing something I love, I'm all for it. And, you know, my goal is, like, not just to pick keys up, guys. I want to pick up fillers. I want to pick up runs of major characters, because what I want to do is, eventually, if we make enough money and build enough inventory, I want to open my own booth at Frank & Sons. You know, it's something we love. And like I said, I ain't quitting my job doing this. You know, me and James, we work at the same place. We got good jobs. I'm not jeopardizing that, but if it works out right, we can open our booth. Frank & Sons open Wednesdays and Saturdays. I got the weekends off. James is off during the week. So it would work out, and, you know, we're good buds, and we love comics, so I think it would be a win-win for everybody. And as long as we could pick up keys, make money, bolster our collection, I'm all for it. And this is where it was really starting to get a little bit better. This is a Detective Comics 402. Beautiful Neil Adams cover, you know, like I said. He said he had a lot of Batmans, but we only found like 3. Or we were hoping we find Batman Adventures 12. Man, we were in a freak. That's what we were really hoping for. But you know, like I said, with the keys we found, really happy. And like I said, 30 cents. And these books were in Ziploc bags, or like freezer Ziploc bags. This is Batman 225. Oh, and that's probably a VG Plus copy. And this is Batman 225. I believe another Neil Adams cover. And like I said, you know, these books, you know, you're going to spend 10 to 15 bucks for. But this one, yeah, this one's a little beat up. But still, for 30 cents. And I'm not leaving Batman behind. And the one I was real happy to get, and I needed it. This is the one I was missing out of the 4, Batman 426, and as you can see, it's a really nice copy. And like I said, guys, I do not know how some of these books survive, to be quite honest. But like I said, if you guys start doing this, your best bet is to hopefully the guys don't bag and board their stuff and they don't really take care of it, and that's the way you're going to get deals. So that's what I'm going to look out for. Even if you have a chance to talk to them on the phone. I was talking to these guys on the phone, I was asking them about, I even asked them, how often you go on eBay? They said they never go on eBay, and that was a right there, my eyes lit up. I was like, these guys don't know what they have then. And I know a lot of people that maybe should have been on it, but you know what? They would have got lost anyways there. They would have been eventually they would have been destroyed. So, and still we still gave them a couple $100. So, and this is where it starts getting even better. DC Comics presents number 47. He-Man, her first appearance of He-Man in comics. And we didn't notice it when we grabbed it because everything else just looks freaking phenomenal. But you can see it right there. There's a tear. Bring it up. But like I said, 30 cents. I'm happy with it. I could care less. Bet you I could still get $20 for this on eBay. But overall, really good shape. And guys, and don't take this video the wrong way. I'm not rubbing it in it by any means. I'm trying to give you guys, trying to help. Like Vin Crew gave me knowledge on how to do it, and I'm trying to pass it along to help everybody, because I would love for everybody to get keys cheap, because I know it's just not me saying, God, these comics are just overpriced now. I know all of us are dealing with it now. So if we could get keys cheap, by all means, I think this is the next best thing. And like I said, like I told James, we got so excited with this. This was our first time doing it. And I guarantee 9 times out of 10 we're going to strike out. But it just takes that one, and it'll be worth it. And, but I'm going to keep trying. This is the way I'm going to collect from now on. Like I said, I will buy keys eventually, on eBay if I have to. But as of right now, I'm definitely going to be doing this type of collecting for a while. And this is one I'm just so, when James pulled this out, my eyes just almost fell out of my damn head. This is X-Men 129, and we all know what it is. First Kitty Pryde, Emma Frost, Sebastian Shaw, and 30 cents, guys. We know how much this book's expensive. And as you can see, looks like a stamp of a star right there. But other than that, man, really nice copy. You see a little blunting on the corner right there. But still, overall, man, really nice book. And now I'm 8 issues away from completing my X-Men run from 94 to 330. And of course I'm missing 94, but still need only 8 issues to complete that goal I set. And this is where I start pulling out books. I'm like, Jesus. Tales of the Teen Titans 44. And we all know first appearance of Nightwing. And we know this book probably goes about 40, 50 bucks. And like I said, we didn't pick up like these, I know it would have been great picking up Green Lantern 76, some major grails, but hell, man, all these keys, we're spending, that's like at least a $50, $60 book. This is probably another $40 to $60 book. So that's $100 right there in just those 2. And I got them for 60 cents. But like I said, really nice copy. And I just don't get how it survived, be quite honest. The pages inside are white too. There's nothing wrong with it. It's super nice. Super happy to have it. And let me get these books out of the way. And then I got Amazing Spider-Man 200. And this one has a little bit of water damage up here by the 75 cent, but oh well. I could care less, man. This is awesome book. And these next, I would say 3 books, man, are the major steals of the Craigslist haul. First was Amazing Spider-Man 252. And we all know what it is. I won't even explain it, but as you can see, I mean, there's a little dinky nick. But other than that, this thing is nice. The colors are bright, which I just don't understand how this thing stayed in such good shape. But another book for 30 cents, super happy to have. And these were all in a row when I started pulling them out of boxes. This is New Mutants 87, first appearance of Cable. And we all know this book is starting to climb drastically. And, you know, with the X-Force movie supposedly being made, you know, this is a hot book. So, and I've been wanting it, but not for the price. I'll be down to spend 70 to 80 bucks for this book. But as you can see, another really high grade copy of a book. And look at the colors, are just bright as hell. Think about it, this thing's been in this. I just don't know. I'm just so dumbfounded on how these books like stayed in this grade. And these next two books, and I'm not a big fan of the character. I wanted to collect the run, but the character's first appearance happened to be in the run. But still happy to have it. I wasn't willing to pay the price for it. I mean, I have nothing against the character. Just never, even since I was a kid, it's never been one of my favorite characters. But this is Hulk 272. This is the second appearance of Rocket Raccoon in the comics. And yeah, you know, another 30-cent book. But I think this book right now is going for about 20 bucks. So, really nice copy. And the last one of the haul, and after I'm done showing you guys, I'm going to show you some of the books we did. Just the piles of books so you don't think we're bullshitting or anything. But this is Hulk 271. First appearance of Rocket Raccoon. And, I mean, it's pretty white. I mean, there's a little bit of browning, but other than that, it's a nice copy. On that little corner down there on the left. But for 30 cents, and we all know how much this book's going for, and I wasn't willing to spend that much for it. And yeah, so, you know, real happy to get that. And what was cool, before we left, the guy actually threw in these. Oh, sorry. Doom Patrol and Superman. So real happy to have those. Definitely going to check them out. And here, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take the iPad, because I left all the books, you know, the filler books that we got from this Craigslist haul downstairs. But let me see if I can do this. Oh, sorry guys, this is my room, but if you notice over there, there's a picture of me and my wife. That's the stack of books I have waiting for my Frankensons for my next couple of videos. So once I get through those stacks and the stacks on my computer, I'm gonna have a contest video. So just be on the lookout for that. And here's some of the other books we did pick up, but sorry guys, this one already sold. Wolverine #1. And like I said, sorry the camera's so dark, but this is, of course, second appearance of Gambit. First appearance of Gambit. And these were all 30 cents. X-Men 142, part of the Days of Future Past storyline, which James has the other one, which we will be putting on eBay. And these are in polybag, you know. So they're going to be sold. And these are on eBay right now as a lot. We got 134, 137. Of course, 130, first appearance of Dazzler, and 131, and this, of course, Avengers Annual 10, first appearance of Rogue, which we're selling with X-Men 158, the first time Rogue made an appearance in an X-Men comic book. And here's ones I just ran out of, like, Mylar and boards and stuff, so this is some of the Flash books I picked up from the Craigslist haul. Real cool. And this is the second copy. If anybody's interested or want to make a trade or something, go ahead and hit me up. Even on this one, Wonder Woman. Yeah, and we picked this one up as well. And then this is another one. First, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. We're definitely going to put up for sale. And yeah, I won't show you these. And then the stacks below it are for more videos from Frankensons I just haven't got to. Like I said, let me get through these stacks. and the stacks over there, and then I'll have a contest video waiting. And here, let me go ahead and, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to walk downstairs and I'm going to show you all the books that we did get. Let me turn the lights on. Yeah, welcome to my house. Oh, and let me know if you guys would like to make if you guys are into toys. Let me just show you something I do have, I'm real proud of. Yeah, I got most of my G1 Transformers in storage, so if you guys want to see a G1 Transformer video, go ahead and hit me up. And you know, maybe I'll get one going. There's Unicron in the background. I mean, I'm just kind of into everything. I got all the 12-inch Spawn figures. You can't really see it, but that was one of my favorite ones, the old West Spawn figure. You know, Kratos, you know, pretty cool. Marcus Phoenix, Gears of War. You know, I was into the Marvel, you know, the superhero squad. Now, if you see these guys in the wild, sorry, the camera's real dark. Pick these up. These things are expensive. And then I was into the Mighty Mug craze here. So real happy to have those. Still missing the Venom, the most expensive one. My favorite figure is this Ghost Rider, if you guys could see that. Yeah, I was into when the Transformer, the first movie came out, I was buying all the figures. And here's some, you know, some G1 Transformers I picked up. This was actually at a thrift store, and the reason they're out already because when I picked them up like a month ago, and they were like $3 to $4 for all of them. So real happy to have them. Let's see if you can see anything. It's just dark. Sorry guys. But yeah, that's some of my toys. My wife's cool about it. Lets me, you know, show most of my toys. But let me walk downstairs here, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the comics that me and James picked up, and then we're probably gonna start selling some filler stuff. Turn the light on. There we go. Here's all the books that we picked up. Teen Titans, Excalibur, Green Arrow, She-Hulk, no big deal. But here's the ones I was real happy to get. These are all just Thors. This whole stack. I think there's like, you can see it's a pretty big stack. I need to get some more supplies. And this is Iron Man, another big stack. You know, just random. Got Cyborg 1 right there, which that book's starting to get a little pricey. Not pricey, but about $10. Deadpool 1, some more Flash books. I got Brave and the Bold somewhere around here. And then you got Amazing Spider-Man. Another pile of Amazing Spider-Man. Then you got Punisher stuff, Avengers, All-Star Squadron, some more Green Arrow. So that'll do it for my Craigslist haul, guys. I appreciate all the subs, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Happy hunting.